Hey guys, Pedro here to do an album review. Today I'm here to talk to you guys about the brand new album from Unleashed, The Hunt for White Christ, out October 26 on Napalm Records. Love the name of the album. The Hunt for White Christ is absolutely epic. I'm not sure who came up with the idea, but kudos, I really dig the name. The album has 11 tracks and it's 41 minutes in length. This is the band's 13th full-length album and the 4th album in the story of the world of Oldehim. So this is their latest chapter in their Viking death metal journey as they tell that story of the world of Oldehim. And that is obvious in the lyrics of every single song. It's all about Viking theme, Viking lore, if you will, Viking folklore, and obviously the world of Oldehim. You put all of these things together, and from a lyrical perspective, you have a badass Viking death metal album. Now, from a sound perspective, there's two words to describe this album: relentlessness and aggression. From the first song, from the opening salvo, if you will, Lead Us Into War, to the last song on the record, this album just doesn't let it go. It has blistering riffs, crushing drums, intense vocals. Just your typical Swedish death metal sound, and you have it all in here in The Hunt for White Christ. Now, to me, there is a small little negative on this record. I found the structure of the songs to be very similar from song to song, with blistering riffs, heavy drums, and intense vocals during the verses, then more mellowed out riffs, more mellowed out melodies during the chorus. And that was pretty much the standard almost in every song of the album. So that created a little bit of a repetitiveness, not in the sound per se, because every single song sounds different, but in the actual structure of the songs. So that to me was the negative that I really found with this record, is that they didn't throw anything new at me song after song. They have their DNA, they have their style, they have their way of approaching music, and they kept it simple throughout the whole album. They kept the same structure, the same DNA throughout the whole album. So that to me became a little bit repetitive. From a structure perspective, I'm saying, not from a lyrical perspective and not from a musical perspective, because the sound of the riffs, the style of the riffs, the style of the solos, the drums, how they use the drums, everything was different from song to song. But if you look at the bones, at the structure of the songs, there was a lot of similarities from song to song to song. And that to me becomes, when you're listening to a whole record, it becomes a little stale, it becomes a little predictable, if you will. So I was hoping that they would change some of those dynamics, that they would create different styles, that they would incorporate something different. They didn't. So from that perspective, there is a sense of comfort, that they feel comfortable in that style, with those style of songs, and that's fine. But to me as a listener, I felt that the album could have used a little bit of a change here and there within the songs, just to keep us the listeners on our toes and not really knowing what's coming next. Now, from a sound perspective, when you actually look at each song, the songs are very aggressive, as I said earlier. Very aggressive, very heavy riffs during the verses. I really enjoyed that. Some of them just absolutely blistering from the moment the song starts. Some of them even having a little bit of a thrash metal vibe to it. Very blistering, very heavy, very robust, it would be the best word to describe the riffs in this album. And then with very melodic chorus, still heavy, but not as fast, more drawn out, still heavy, but at a slower pace, where the drums then really come in and provide a little bit of extra heaviness. The vocals on the record, I really enjoyed it. I really like the tone of the voice, I really like the harsh vocals, not overly harsh, so you still can have a clear understanding what the lyrics are. Specifically, this is specifically important in the choruses, because I really found throughout the record the choruses were very easy, and they were, and by being easy, they become very hooky and easy to sing along once or twice through the chorus. The album really creates an atmosphere of an anthem, of a war battle cry, of a Viking war battle cry, specifically around the choruses. When you have one-liners, really easy to remember, really easy to sing along, and really gives the album this Viking war hymn aspect to it, and I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed the simplicity of it, because the simplicity really added to the quality and the enjoyment of the songs. Now, as far as favorite songs are concerned, I picked 3 songs, as I always do. I try not to pick singles that are already out, because you guys obviously already heard them, so I wanted to pick something different to give you guys something different to look forward to as the album comes out on October 26th on Napalm Records. So I picked You Will Fall. It's the second song on the record. It has a really good melodic guitar intro until the aggression is let loose. It's like the gates, the doors of Valhalla open and everybody just came rushing into battle. That's kind of the feeling that I got from this song, and that's the feeling that I got from the start of the song, with a very melodic guitar riff to start off, very subdued, very low, and then the aggression starts and the heavy riffs start and the speed starts, everything comes at you. The percussions in this song are absolutely insanity. They really give a very heavy undertone to the song, and the song really alternates the more melodic with a more somber feel. This is a very dynamic song from that perspective, because as most of the songs on the record, you really have a very heavy and fast tempos during the verses, and then more melodic, drawn out, in this case somber, during the chorus, giving the song a very dark, atmospheric vibe to it. I really enjoyed from that perspective. This song also has a solo that adds a lot of darkness to the song. The song in the chorus already has a lot of atmospheric darkness to it, and the solo is just an addition to it. It just adds to that same feeling of darkness. One of my favorite solos of the album. I really enjoy the solo in this song. This album, that's something I didn't mention before, but this album is full of great guitar solos. I really enjoy what they've done with the guitar solos on this record. This song is a prime example of it. They added solos that had life in them and added something to the song. Either darkness that the song needed, or speed that the song needed at certain times, or more melody. Every single solo is in there for a reason, and it adds something to the song. It blends perfectly with the flow of the song. The one in You Will Fall is no different. This is a solo that just adds a little bit of that extra darkness that the chorus already had. The solo comes in with a little bit of extra. Another song that I want to mention to you guys is Stand Your Ground. I love the guitar riff in this song. Fast and heavy versus the slower, more methodic, still heavy, but slower and more methodic in the chorus. The starting riff really sounds almost like your typical thrash metal guitar riff, and that was one of the things that really attracted me to this song, is that it had that almost thrashy sound to start off the song. Very fast, very heavy, with a little bit of thrash into it. I really enjoyed that. The chorus, once again, in this song is undeniably hooky, because you have like almost like a one-liner that's really easy to sing along. It's really easy for you to remember. First time going through the song, you'll pick it up immediately. This is a song that really, I think it really lends itself to be a great live song and a live anthem, because the chorus has that one-liner that is so hooky, so catchy, so easy to remember. In a live setting, I could see a lot of people singing that line over and over again during the chorus. So I really think that this is a song that will play really well live, will allow perhaps for the band to interact with the audience during this song. It had, like I mentioned during the earlier part of the review, this song is your typical battle hymn. It really had all of the components lyrically and musically to make this song a battle hymn, a Viking battle hymn. One of many on this record. They really did a good job creating songs that really encompass the stories that they were telling you in the world of Oldheim. So they did a really good job creating songs that elevated the lyrics and really gave a stronger meaning to the lyrics, if you will. Last but not least, They Raped the Land, another song that's just blistering start. Like I said at the beginning, this album is relentless and full of aggression. They Raped the Land is just another song that starts in a blistering fashion. But when you think about the lyrics of this song, when you think about what the topic is, Vikings invading lands and conquering and pillaging, you want a song that translates the lyrics to a musical perspective. So this song does that with how fast and heavy it comes at you. It's another one that slows down during the chorus, doesn't lose its heaviness, but the song really feels to connect. I really feel that this song connects more with the verses of the song, where there's a different structure to it, that's a different feel to it. I really like what they've done with it. It's a song that really represents its lyrics perhaps the best on the record. I really feel that the lyrics of this song are really represented well with the music. The two go together hand in hand. What you're listening to from a lyrical perspective, you're getting the audio version of it and the music of the song. So the combination of those two factors make this song a really appealing song, the song that I really like. And this album is full of anthem and battle cries and battle hymns, Viking battle hymn songs. This one is a little bit different. It's not a Viking battle hymn, if you will, but it's a song that has a lot of key Viking components as the whole album does. But I really find that this one is one of those that really connects the lyrics and the music together to make one, where you have, if you're paying attention to the lyrics, what you're listening to it in the lyrics, you're almost getting the audio version of it in the music. I really like that. It really adds for a cool dynamic. It really makes for a cool song. This is it for me, but I want to hear from you guys. This is Unleashed, The Hunt for White Christ, out October 26th. I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys have to say about the band? What do you have to say about the album? Have you heard any of the singles that are out? I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll be getting back to you guys soon. Take care, guys.